Your vocals wasn't that good. I don't remember you being a good dancer either. How did you make it into the school? What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna do another most requested ranking. We're gonna be ranking High School Musical characters from most to least talented. I wanted to do a spin on this one because like on my regular rankings I just rank them as characters, but since this is High School Musical and it's like music related, I was like, you know what, let's do talent. What was your favorite movie of the three? I feel like the second one was the best one. I feel like a lot of people agree, but I feel like there's gonna be one person that's like, the third one was the best one. Now talent is, you know, subjective. Everybody's gonna have a different opinion on who's the most talented, who's the least talented, but this is my opinion. I'm gonna be doing it based on like a criteria. So we're gonna be doing it based on singing, dancing, stage presence, and like if they have any extra musical talent. So that's gonna weigh in to my like list. So just a disclaimer. Before we get into the video guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want to see more videos like this, I have a full playlist of rankings that I've done, ranking characters of different shows that I've done. So you guys can check that out in the description after the video. Also, if you want to vote on the next ranking, I do polls like every Monday. So you guys can vote on which show is next. All right, coming in at the bottom of my list is Jason. Jason, he didn't really sing like throughout the movie that much. Like he didn't really sing. I think the only time he sang was in the second movie, and I don't remember him being that good. I don't know. Before I judge Jason too harshly, let me just have a refresher of his vocals.
That sure beats hanging here and burning someone's toast.
I needed Benjamins, but this ain't worth the stress. Maybe there's
Okay, yeah, he's at the bottom. I'm sorry, Jason. I try to give you the benefit of the doubt, but you're gonna be at the bottom. Your vocals isn't that good. I don't remember you being a good dancer either. The stage presence not there. So how did you make it into the school? I mean the program. Not too much on Jason, but he's at the bottom in my opinion. He could be better. All right, coming up next is Zeke. He had a decent voice. I remember his voice. I don't need to be refreshed on his voice. He had a good voice, but dancing, I can't think of a single time when they were on stage where I was like, oh my god, Zeke is gagging me right there. But he had good vocals and he was talented in other ways. He was a cook, he was a chef, you know, he was a culinary artist. The most of his talent, like musical wise, comes from his voice, which wasn't that bad. So Zeke, you're at number 9. All right, coming up next is Martha. Now Martha, she actually like she was multi-talented. She had a good voice and she could dance. Like I remember her gagging me. And she has stage presence. Like she's confident on stage. You know, her presence is there. So she has the vocals, she has the dance, and she has the stage presence. So that's why Martha's above Zeke and Jason, because she has like more, I feel like she's more like well-rounded compared to them. So Martha, you at number 8. Coming up next is Gabriella. Y'all gonna be like, why is she on the tail end of this list? I'm sorry. This is, again, based on singing, dancing, stage presence. And I feel like for her, the only thing she had going was her voice, which was okay. She had a good voice. It's just, she was an okay dancer. And her stage presence, I would say it was fair to good, decent. You know, she was noticeable on stage mainly because she was always in the front. Most of her talent comes from her voice. You know, she could yell out, she could belt out a good note or two. But one thing, I feel like she wasn't as passionate as everyone else. I feel like in the movies, she was always threatening to leave. Second movie, she gotta find her own way. The third movie, she gotta go to college and find her own way again. She was like one of the only people in the third movie to leave before like the school year ended and went to college. You're not serious about music. She wasn't giving passionate. Again, that's points deducted because I feel like she always had an excuse. Like she always didn't want to be there. Do you want to sing, girl? Like, but yeah, so Gabriella, not so much. You're at number 7. All right, coming up next is Taylor. I actually feel like of all the like female like vocalists, all the female singers in the movie, I feel like she had the best voice technique wise. I feel like her voice was really good. So that's why she's above Gabriella. I feel like her voice is much stronger than Gabriella's. Her stage presence is good. She has a 10 out of 10 stage presence. I notice her when she's on stage, even though she's a side character and they always pushed her to the side. They didn't give her good outfit. She don't even have her own signature song. Like Chad has his own signature song. Gabriella has a signature song. Troy has a signature song. So many people have their own signature moments, and she's like one of the ones that don't, which I feel like is so wrong because she was like one of the main supporting characters. Disney just did her dirty. I could do a whole video on how Disney did her dirty, but she did what she could. Like, number one, she had a good voice, and two, she could perform. So that's why she's higher on this list. I don't want to hear none of y'all arguing why is she on top of some of the main characters, because she deserves it. But yeah, Taylor, I feel like she's the best singer of the girls. Like, she's the best singer. If you have a different opinion, that's, you know, that's you. But for me, she has the best voice of all the girls. All right, coming up next is somebody I feel like we overlook. Kelsey. She had the vocals. She could sing. And she's an instrumentalist. She's a writer, singer-songwriter, composer, producer. Without her, none of the songs, basically, of the shows would be made. Like, she was the heart and soul of the musical. I feel like she didn't get enough credit for that because the only other person that I feel like that could write was Ryan. I don't remember anybody else like contributing a pen to paper other than her and Ryan. I could be wrong on that, but other than her and Ryan, who else was writing the music? Like, she was their ghostwriter. She was their ghostwriter. She did all their music, and she could play the piano. Like, she has everything going for her. You know, I didn't see her dance much. I don't think I remember her dancing in the movie. And she would be playing the piano when everybody else was performing, so she didn't really have a chance to show her stage presence, but she's multi-talented. Singer, songwriter, composer, producer, pianist. Like, she deserves her spot on this list. Alright, coming up next is the main character, Troy. A performer. A gagger. Let's not forget his Grammy award-winning performance, Bet on It. Like, that, I feel like that's the most, I feel like Bet on It is the most iconic High School Musical number. Out of all of the numbers, obviously I gotta go my own way with him and Gabriella was iconic, but I feel like Bet on It is the most iconic number in the movie. Like, he ate that. Say what y'all want about Troy, but he can perform. Every time he was on stage, he was there. That song, Bet on It, and where he's in the, you know, the gym and all the basketballs come raining down. Though, like, those numbers are some of his best. Like, he's a performer. I know there were some allegations made against him that he wasn't singing all the songs in the movie, and that like changed everybody's life. Everybody was like, what? My childhood is ruined. Troy wasn't singing this song. Who was singing his lines? For me, it didn't really matter, because like, even though he didn't sing all of the songs, he sang some of them. He wasn't a bad, like, terrible vocalist. So I feel like that's like more like the writers and the producers. They know what they want to do over there at Disney. I mean, that's their decision, but it didn't change in my childhood. For y'all, people were acting up when that news came out, like, my life is a lie, Troy didn't sing his lines. I was like, whatever, it happens, it's Hollywood. But yeah, Troy, he's an all-rounder. Singing, dancing, performance, stage presence, he has it. He's got it. Y'all better not be going in on him in the comments. He was good. All right, coming up next is his best friend, Chad. Chad, that is an ace. He could sing, he can dance, he can perform. Like, check. He was so talented that he got his own movie, like Jump In. Like, I bet you that was because of how well he did in High School Musical. Yeah, I can't say it was for any other reason than that. Like, from his little duet with Ryan to The Boys Are Back with Troy, like, he held his own. Again, being like a side character, I feel like he's a main character, right? Like, Chad will be considered a main character, right? Because I feel like he could be a main character. Like, he had a lot of iconic moments. And like, compared to like Taylor and Gabriella, I feel like in him and Troy's relationship, he didn't take a backseat to Troy, like, at all. But I feel like in like, compared to like Gabriella and Taylor would always be the one comforting Gabriella, or it's all right. Like, they just did Taylor dirty. And I feel like for the, in terms of the guys, he's the best vocalist for the males. Like, all the guys in the movie, he had the best vocals. I don't care. Y'all can argue amongst yourselves. It wasn't him, Troy, or whoever. No, he had the best vocals for the guys. So, Chad, you top 3, number 3, period. Coming up next is Miss Superstar, Miss Broadway, Sharpay. That kind of rhymed. I feel like she was already a superstar. Like, why? Like, she didn't need to be in that school. Like, she could have been like in Broadway already. Like, she didn't need that little program they had at the school, because she was outperforming most of them. Like, she has number 1 stage presence, her vocals are good, and she could dance. She has some of the most iconic solo songs in the movie aside from Troy. Like Fabulous, like she had confidence and she could back it up. She was the star of the second movie. The second movie was basically a Sharpay and Friends. Like she also, like Chad, got her own little spin-off in Sharpay's Fabulous Adventure. So all the characters that are in my top 3, they're there for a reason. And coming in at number 1 is the ace of all aces in this movie, Ryan. Singer, dancer, director, performer, musician. He had it all. He had it all. Like there's not one thing missing from his resume. He could do it all. I think some of y'all forget he put on the whole show in the third movie by himself. All by himself. Like the third movie, the musical at the end, like the whole little show, that was Ryan. He helped Kelsey write the songs, play the piano, got the sets done, got everybody into places. He was basically the star of the show. And I feel like it was throughout the whole High School Musical, like all 3 of the movies, he showed he was talented. In the second movie, they try to, you know, make him and Gabriella have a little thing, little something. I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of cute. His little relationship with Gabriella in the second movie, it was kind of cute. I found myself rooting for them. he was an all-rounder. That's why he is number 1 on my list. I'm sorry, you can't argue anything wrong with his ability. He could sing. Yeah, he had multiple like little solo moments. Him and Chad had their iconic duet with I Don't Dance, which a lot of people was talking about how they had chemistry too. And I'm not gonna lie, when I rewatched it, I saw it. Like that was good partnering. Whoever thought of that number with them two, because I wouldn't, like, watching the movies, like I would have never thought to put them in a like duet, but it worked out perfectly. Ryan can dance with anybody. He can sing with anybody. He could do anything with anybody. That's what you call a professional. He's a true professional. Not too much on Ryan. I guess it just runs in the family. Him and Sharpay, like if I had to like guess which one of them is actually gonna make it to Broadway of all the cast, it's him and Sharpay. Like they're a shoo-in. Like they're making it, no questions. So Ryan, Kingy, you're at number 1. All right, guys, that was ranking High School Musical characters from least to most talented. Let me know your own ranking. Let me know who made the top of your list and who's at the very bottom, because I feel like my list is pretty solid. Y'all can't come for me. For the most part, all the main characters did have talent. None of them were completely untalented. So, but yeah, let me know in the comments who's y'all favorite character, who's y'all most talented in the movie. I feel like we're gonna see a lot of similar answers. Probably gonna be like Sharpay. I'm gonna see a couple Ryans, you know, as they should be. So if I see never mind. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And again, if you want to see more videos like this, I have a full playlist. I rank so many shows of characters already. I don't remember how many shows I've done, but I've done so many. So you guys can check that out in the description box. All the rankings that I've done, make sure to check that out after the video. And again, if you want to vote for the next ranking, I do polls every week, every Monday, of the most requested shows. You guys can request them on my Instagram, Romy on Film, DM which shows you guys want, and the most requested shows get put on the poll. That's how they're decided, and they go up every Monday on the community tab. So make sure you guys check that out too, and vote, because this is for you guys. You guys get to vote for what comes next. It's not me, it's for y'all. But without further ado, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you very soon in my next video.